today's session we are going to look at how to draw interiors using one-point perspective. So when you start, you are allowed to use a scale for this one, but in your NATA exam you may not be allowed to. So the first couple of times when you practice, you can use a scale, but after that you practice without using a scale. Okay, so to begin with, we are going to start by drawing a rectangle. This can be a rectangle or a square. So basically what this represents is one of the walls of a room, and once you draw this rectangle, just join the diagonals like this and like this, and whatever point you get in the center is your vanishing point. Alright, so now once you have got this, you can use a scale and you can extend your vanishing points outside. Like that. Okay, and you can like finish the room. And so on. Yeah, so this becomes our room. This is the one of the wall, and this is the boundary in which we have to work. So now when you have drawn this wall and inside of a room, consider that the total height of the room is around 3 meters. That is like a standard height. So we will divide this line or this wall into 3 equal parts. So 1 part, 2 part and 3 part. So just you can draw guidelines like this and keep. So this becomes like your reference points, and therefore our eye level comes somewhere in the center, which is like 1.5 meter height roughly. Okay, so human eye level is considered as 1.5 meter. 1.65, 1.7 is the total height that we consider. So here this becomes 1 meter, this becomes 2, and this becomes 3 meter. So these are our reference heights. Okay, so now if I want to draw a door, say I want to draw a door somewhere on this wall. So this becomes one of the wall, this is second wall, this is a third wall, this is my flooring, and this is my ceiling. So say I want to draw a door somewhere on this particular wall. Then in that case, on this surface, what I will do is I will mark 2 points like this, 1 and 2, and you can use a scale and just draw 2 vertical lines over here. Now let us assume the height of this door around roughly to be 2 meters. So you can again take a guideline from here like the 2 meter, and it can go across like that. Okay, so this is what you get as a door. So now let us use the pen and darken it. Okay, so this is a door, but right now it looks very flat and in 2D. So the door does have a thickness, so it will be the wall thickness. So again what you have to do is, now this line we have to remember as a horizontal line. So here also we will be drawing a line which is parallel to this line. So you draw a line like this over here, and on top also you draw a line which is again parallel to these 2 horizontal lines. So you draw a line over here and you draw a line over here and just join these 2. Okay, now this particular point which you get, again from the vanishing point the lines will come and it will go like that. So from this particular eye level, this is what you will be able to see. Okay, so there can be a door frame and other details can be there. Right now we will keep it just as an opening. So on this wall I drew a door as an opening. On this wall let us try to draw a window. So in the same manner, again mark 2 points over here. So this line is here, dark enough. So again mark 2 points as how much wide you want the window to be. Draw light faint lines, okay, because these are guidelines as we will be erasing later on. Alright, now for a window again in your house, if you notice, whatever the top height, the top of the door, whatever height is that, this is called as lintel. The top of the door, technical terms, it is called as a lintel. So that is called as a lintel height. So whatever height this is, the same height the window lintel will also be. So here we took as 2 meters. So therefore these guidelines help us. So again 2 meter is there over here. So from vanishing point we take a line and we draw faint line over here. Okay. So this is the limit of our window. So we get this C shape like this. Yeah. But door is a complete height. Window is not. So in your home, again, if you notice, somewhere around roughly 1 meter or little bit less than 1 meter is the height of the bottom part of the window. That bottom part of the window is called as a sill. So here 1 meter is there. We take little bit less than that, and so this you can determine as per your sketch. So this is what we get as a window. So let us just darken it. Okay. Alright, so again this is 2D, so we want some depth to it, so it will have some kind of a wall thickness. So now again remember what we did for the door, same way, horizontal line. So we draw that horizontal line over here and we draw that horizontal line at the top. Now in this case you may want to have like this, and again on the top it will come from the vanishing point. But we want a little bit different window. So we want this to have some kind of a space where a person can actually sit. So like a window with some kind of a extra projection outside. So we take this little bit longer, and from our vanishing point we take this over here. So I'm just going to draw it in dark so that you can see. So this is how the bottom part or the sill part of the window is. Now I don't want the top to be that, like I don't want this to be like a box. Okay, I want it to be little bit sleek. So what I do is, instead of drawing a straight line over here, what I will do is I will stop this horizontal line how much ever thickness I want of this one. So I'll stop it here and again take from vanishing point like that. So again I will draw this in a dark pen. Okay, and I will simply join this corner with that corner. So it is little bit a different kind of a window. Okay, so a window and a door, and we try to draw this interior. Now I want to do little bit of flooring. So when I want to do flooring, what I should do is I should take my references from this point, and over here I should make the divisions. Now how to make sure that the flooring is all equal. So what you can do is you can begin from the center point. So divide this particular line or the other side of the wall into two equal parts. Then again go on dividing into half. So do this with the pencil, not with the pen. Okay. Again divide it into halves. So when you go on dividing by halves, you will tend to get more equal kind of divisions of this particular side. Now this is where probably you will need your scale majorly. So what you have to do is, from your vanishing point, a line has to go passing this division point. Okay. So you have to like draw that line. Then again the second point and draw that line. Third point, draw that line. So like that you have to draw. I'm quickly going to draw these. So I do have faint lines drawn here, therefore I'm drawing it now without using the scale. But you will have to draw it using the scale, and it should pass through your vanishing point all the time. Okay. So we can be sure that these now flooring lines are all equal division and they are in perspective, and therefore they look like this. Okay, so now of course the flooring will have a tile, right? So we need to also have the horizontal divisions. So how to do those horizontal divisions? There is a technique. So what you can do is, from this particular point or this particular point, draw a diagonal line. So from this point to this point, draw a diagonal line like that. Okay, this has to be a guideline. So wherever it is touching, so it is touching the lines which were vertical at certain points. Okay, so over there you have to then draw your horizontal lines. This is perfect way of doing the flooring divisions. Okay, so this is how your floor, your door and your window will look in one point perspective. Okay, we will do furniture elements and other things in the next session. So first step is to first crack this part.